Checkerboard Sports, it's your boy RJ Gash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. Here we go on the diamond on a Sunday. Hopping in now, we got two-part show here. This is part one. Let's get into Giants at Orioles. Now, the Orioles minus $1.25, Giants plus 105 on the comeback, 66% of the tick count, 58% of the handle is on the Baltimore Orioles, 34% of the tick count, 42% of the handle is on the San Francisco Giants. Now, 8.5 our total here. 50-50 both ticket count and handle. They're split evenly. So good two-way action there on that 8.5. When you look at this, the Giants 6-9 on the year, Orioles 7-7. Now the Giants took game one 6-3. Orioles took game two yesterday 6-2 in this one. When you look at your pitching matchup, Adrian Hauser is going to get the call for the Giants, and he's looking for a win. He's winless in his last five starts dating back to last year. Now, his first start of the year against San Diego wasn't bad. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them earned, though. And then his last outing gave up 4 runs. So he's really struggled. He pitched once against Baltimore last year, lost that game, gave up 3 runs and 8 hits over 6 1/3. Now, the Orioles, Southpaw Cade Povich will get the call. He has yet to start a game this year, but his last 5 starts of last year, 3-2 with a 5.47. With that being said, I do have a play in pocket on the Baltimore Orioles today. I like Povich in his first start to get across the finish line here. So Povich and the Orioles would be my bet on this game. Next game on the board to get into, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Philadelphia Phillies. Now the Phillies minus $1.43. Plus 120 is the comeback on the Dbacks. 65% of the tick count, 60% of the handle is on the Phillies. 35% tick count, 40% of the handle on the Arizona Diamondbacks at the plus money. 8.5 our total here. 46% tick count, 60% of the handle is on the over 8.5. 54% tick count, 40% of the handle going under that 8.5. Now, when you look over at this one, Dbacks 8-7, Phillies 7-7. Again, just like the last matchup we talked about, Arizona took game 1 5-4. Phillies took game 2 4-3 in that one. Now, that win yesterday for the Phillies stopped a 3-game winning streak that the D-backs had. When you look at this, your pitching matchup today, the D-backs, Zach Gallen will get the call. He's been really good in his first 2 starts, only giving up 1 run his last outing against the Mets, pitching a shutout against the Detroit Tigers. Last year, he gave up 3 runs in his only start to the Phillies. Now, young rookie Andrew Painter, his first 2 starts, first one went okay against the Nats, only gave up 1 run, but then gave up 4 runs his last time out to the Giants. Also gave up 9 hits in that one. I really like the D-backs to bounce back today. I like Gallen plus money here. You remember Gallen used to have to lay $1.80, $1.90. I know he's not what he was, but still, I think I like the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one. Next game on the board, you got the Minnesota Twins at the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, the Blue Jays laying $1.20 plus 105 is the comeback on the Twins. 64% of the tick count, 61% of the handle is on the Toronto Blue Jays. 36% tick count, 39% of the handle. Plus money to the Minnesota Twins. Now, 7.5 your total here, 56% of the ticket count, 86% of the handle. Going over that 7.5. Your pitching matchup for this one, for the Minnesota Twins, 8-7, Blue Jays 6-8. Again, split the first 2 games just like the first 2 series we talked about. Twins won yesterday 7-4. Blue Jays won game 1, 10-4. Pitching matchup again, as I started to say a second ago, Taj Bradley going to get the call for the Twins, 3-2 with a 3.38 ERA. His first 2 starts this year, he has only given up 1 run over 12 1/3 innings pitched. He's been really, really good. Now, Mad Max Scherzer, he's been good as well, other than he only lasted 2 innings against the Dodgers. But he has pitched, he's pitched really solid. Now, his 1 start against the Twins last year, he did give up 4 runs, so that's something to be a little bit concerned about there when you look at that side of things. I really wanted to take Max Scherzer, and last night when I was looking over the games and kind of breaking it down, I was like, I really like Mad Max. But the Twins are 5-1 their last 6 games. They've been playing really good as to where The Blue Jays 2-7 over their last 9. I ultimately just decided to stay away from this one. So I'm going to be skipping out on this game for Sunday. Next game on the board to get into, you got the New York Yankees at the Tampa Bay Rays. Now the Yankees laying $1.55 on the road, plus 130 is your comeback on the Rays. Huge support for the Yankees. 78% of the ticket count, 90% of the handle is going to the way of the New York Yankees. When you look at this for the for the Tampa Bay Rays, rather, 22% ticket count, 10% of the handle going their way. 7.5 is your total. 64% of bets, 67% of the handle going over the 7.5. 36% of ticket count, 33% of the handle going to the under here in this one. Now, when you look at this, Yankees 8-6, Tampa Bay 7-7. Tampa Bay has taken the first 2 games of this series, 5-4 and 5-3. Yankees now have lost 4 in a row in 5 of their last 6 after a really good start. Cam Schittler will get the call, 4-1 with a 1.45 over his last 5 starts dating back to last year. He also, against the Rays, pitched a shutout one game. The other one gave up 3. Now, his first start of the season, he shut out the Mariners, but then 5 hits, 3 runs against the A's. That was a game the Yankees still won, but he was a little shaky in that start. Now, Drew Rasmussen will get the call. Both starts this year gave up 1 run against Milwaukee and against St. Louis, but both of those games, ultimately, the D-Rays lost. If you look at him against the Yankees, 2 runs, 1 run. Listen, I know everybody's infatuated with the Yankees breaking the streak right now, but Tampa Bay has looked good, and they always play the Yankees tough. Again, for me, just going to be a stay away, nothing that I truly want to get involved in there. So I just ended up skipping on that one. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Oakland A's at the New York Mets. The Mets laying $1.65 plus 145 is your comeback on the A's. Now, the A's have taken the first 2 games of this series, but today, 79% ticket count, 83% of the handle is going to the way of the Mets. When you look at the total, 7.5, 60% of bets, 30% of the handle going over, 40% of bets, 70% of the handle going to the under here in this one. Now, A's 7-7, Mets have fallen to 7-8. Again, A's have taken the first 2 games of this series 4-0 and 11-6. They've been all over the Mets here. Aaron Savali will get the call, 1-1 with a 5.49 over his last 2 starts. His first 2 starts this year, he's went 5 innings in both, giving up 2 runs in his first start, 1 run in his last start. Freddie Peralta pitched against the A's last year, 5 innings, 7 hits, no runs, was very good. His first start against St. Louis only gave up 1 run, but then gave up 3 runs to the Diamondbacks. When you look at this, the Mets, they haven't been playing the greatest of baseball here. If you look at them, they not only have lost 4 in a row here, but they started out the season losing those first 2. 4 in a row lost, 2 to the A's. They lost the last 2 games where they got pummeled 7-2 and 7-1 against the Dbacks. However, I do like Peralta on the bump. I'm going to take the New York Mets today. So Mets, Dbacks, and Orioles here. RJ Cash, Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information, help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.